Hello, I want to show you a quick tutorial about how to create your photo montage from beginning to end. So first I'm going to start in Premiere and click New Project. I assume you've already downloaded your images. This takes me to the import screen, and I would navigate to where I've saved my images if I wasn't already in that folder, but I am in that folder already, so I'm just going to leave these the way they are. In here I'm going to press click on one, and then press Control A. That will select all of them, and then just click Create. And I'm going to replace this because I did get, I got to cancel that. I didn't give it a file name. So I gave it a file name, and I checked to make sure the location is where I want it to go. I do want it to go in my documents. If this isn't the default location for you, you might want to click on Choose Location. But for me, that's already it. So I'm going to click Create, not overwrite an existing file. And when I import these and create the file all at once, it drags them into the timeline automatically. And so what I can do is click through here, scroll through here rather, and you can see some of these are not great images, but what's actually happening is this image needs to be resized. Before I do that, I'm going to check my sequence settings by going here, and it's 800 by 578, which is an odd size, but it adapted the size of the frame to the first image that was imported into the timeline. So I'm just going to change this to 1920 by 1080. That is high definition. That is the standard for high definition, and that's just telling me that it's going to change the frame size. So now you can see that much better. Some of these others may need to be resized, but if there's a little extra space around them, that's okay too, as long as we can see the whole image. Okay. And so the next thing I want to do is select all of these clips at once, and I can do that by either pressing Control A, or you can click and drag like I just did. And you're going to find speed duration, and these will play for 5 seconds or 4 seconds and 29 frames, which is essentially 5 seconds. I'm going to change this 4 to a 2, so these will play for 3 seconds instead. And make sure that this ripple edit box is selected. What that's going to do is when these all get shortened, there would be gaps left unless all these clips are shifted backwards toward the left to close those gaps. And so that clicking that box is what's going to fix that, so that these all play for 3 seconds and don't leave gaps. So you can see now it's shorter. The next thing I'm going to do is go to, well, I'm on audio, so let's stay on audio and do this part. So I'm going to find a song that I like and just drag it and drop it in here. But as you can see, this song is too long. So I'm going to put my cursor at the end of the clip, drag this backwards. It's going to snap to where the music or where the video ends. And I'm going to click on the song here, and while I'm in Effect Controls, I can change the volume. But I don't want the volume to change for all of it. Let's say I want it to fade out starting about right there. So I'll just put a keyframe there and then move to the end of the clip. So that keyframe, that first keyframe, is going to keep the volume exactly where it is. And I'm just using my arrow keys to get to the very last frame. And there it is. So I'm going to go back. And there's that frame. And I'm going to put another keyframe in there. You can see both of those keyframes here. And then I'll just scroll that all the way down to 0. And that part is done. Then the last part, I want to select all my clips again. And I'm going to go to Effects. And when I get to Effects, I'm going to look at Video Transitions. I'm going to find one that I like. Let's say I like this one. I'm going to right click on it and set this as my selected as my default, and then go to Sequence and Apply Default Transitions to Selection. And so now you can see these are going to have that effect as they play through. So you can see that. At this point, we're all done. We can click Export, and you'd want to change your file name for export. If your location is not what you want it to be, which should be your documents, you want to change that. Everything else should be good, and you just click Export. Easy enough, right?